Hey, fifth grade. So we are here again, and we are going to now talk about sentences that are compound, complex, and simple. Okay, simple is simple. So we're going to be on page 281 and 282 of your English book today. 281. So let's begin. It begins by talking about a simple sentence. Well, we know what a simple sentence is. It has a subject and a verb. End of story. Okay. And I give you the example. I'll go over the examples with you. Solomon built the temple. It is simple. You have a subject and you have a verb. That's it. Now, simple can also have a compound predicate or compound subject. And they give you that example. Solomon prayed and gave offerings to God. So Solomon is your subject there. And your compound predicate would be prayed and gave, because he did these two things. Those two things are the verbs of the sentence. Okay? So let's talk about compound sentences. So a compound sentence is going to contain two or more simple sentences. Or two or more independent clauses like we have spoken about before. If you noticed in the example, David planned the temple. That is a sentence that can survive on its own. However, they have added a conjunction because they wanted to put these two independent clauses together. Your conjunction here is but. David planned the temple, but Solomon built the temple. Okay? All right, so I hope that we recognize both of these sentences can stand on their own. Solomon built the temple, okay? David planned the temple. Okay, two separate sentences put together. It is compound because it is more than one sentence that has been put together. Now, complex, okay? Even when I hear the word complex, we think of something hard. However, let's go ahead and break it down. So a complex sentence is going to have your independent clause and one or more dependent clauses. If we recall from our knowledge, independent, once again, independent sentences can stand on their own, but a dependent sentence needs additional information. Okay? The example. David could not build the temple because he was a man of war. So if I started my sentence with because he was a man of war, is that a sentence? No, absolutely not. It is dependent on your first sentence, which is David could not build the temple. Okay? So it also gives, because he was a man of war, David could not build the temple. So you can intertwine or you can interchange, those sentences, and they can still be sentences. But if you notice, you have one that is an independent sentence and the other is dependent on that independent sentence. Let's look at the guided practice. I want to help you with 1 and 2, and then I want to see if you can do 3 and 4 solo. So number 1, while Israel wandered in the wilderness, God dwelt in the tabernacle. Okay, I want you to think about this. I'll give you a couple seconds. Okay, I hope we all came up with complex. This is a complex sentence because if you notice, while Israel wandered in the wilderness is not a complete thought. So it is dependent on the additional information that is provided. God dwelt in the tabernacle. Therefore, your answer is C, complex. Number 2, the tabernacle was a great tent. Does this sentence have a subject? Yes. Does this sentence have a verb? Yes. Do we have any subordinating conjunctions? Do we have any other conjunctions? Do we have multiple sentences here? This is what we're looking at before we come up with an answer. Now, your answer should be, we only have a subject and a verb. Therefore, your answer is going to be A, simple subject. I want to do one more because they're fun. So, number 3, God gave exact instructions, and Solomon's builders followed God's instructions. Okay, what do we have here? First thing that we notice is our conjunction and. Well, before the word and, we have the sentence, God gave exact instructions. That is a sentence and can stand alone. It is independent. Let's look at the second. Solomon's builders followed God's instructions. That is also a sentence that is independent. It is joined by the word and. Therefore, number 3 is going to be compound. What I would like for you to do is number 5, you're going to combine the simple sentences to make a compound sentence. And for number 6, you're going to combine the simple sentences to make a complex sentences. So review those rules up at the top. You can look at this video several times. You can even send me an email if you have any additional questions. I want you to finish up page 282 as well. And I know you were great because, I taught you. So I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.